One of the issues, though, that I'd like to bring up concerns the rights of disabled adult children, called DACs or DACs, I guess for short. As you know, and I can tell by your heads that are shaking, yes, these are people who are now adults but were disabled before the age of 22 and therefore began receiving SSI and Medicare benefits based on a parent's work record. Now, nationwide, there are 1.1 million DAC beneficiaries. However, under the current law, and gets to my issue, if DACs get married to anyone other than another DAC, they lose their Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid benefits. Now, as you know, for disabled people, these benefits are truly a life and death matter, and losing them simply isn't an option, unfortunately. This issue strikes close to home in my district. I had a resident bring this to my attention. Her name is Lori Long, and she faces this very same challenge. See, as a DAC, she receives health and Social Security benefits, but she got engaged. And then she found out that marrying the love of her life would mean losing these benefits for the rest of her life. So understandably, Lori approached my office. She brought the issue to my attention, and we authored the Marriage Equality for Disabled Adults Act. This is a bill that would ensure DAC benefits, that they're not revoked when DACs get married, so that people like Lori never have to choose between their livelihoods and love. So, Mr. Chairman, first I'd like to ask unanimous consent to submit the text of my legislation for the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. And then just a question to Ms. Groniger. The DACs that I've spoken with want nothing more to live a normal life, and that means marrying the people they love, in my opinion. Do you know of any other law for a DAC to be married without losing their benefits?
I don't. I think that this bill makes a lot of sense. I think that people should be able to get married if they so choose, and that we shouldn't be disincentivizing it by forcing them to choose between marriage and their benefits.
Exactly. Now, my conversations with disabled constituents are pretty much similar to people who are proud to live full lives, especially when they can participate in the workforce and their communities. But can you speak to the people who were unable to fully participate in the workforce because of a childhood disability?
So I think we've touched on this a little bit in that people are worried about working too much, and when you reach a certain limit, you lose your benefits. And so I think that the fear and the kind of uncertainty around that means that people are not necessarily able to take advantage of all the potential that they have and really try new things, try to work in ways that they haven't before, because if they do it and they end up going over this limit, they could lose so many benefits, and it could really affect their quality of life in really meaningful ways.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Groniger, and thanks to all the witnesses for being here today and highlighting not just my issue, but many of the issues that we're facing and that DACs and others on disability face as well. So I appreciate that. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.